Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I want to share a little something with you. As I was coming in this morning, I overheard two ladies talking, and one asked the other, "Oh, your fragrance is so very nice. Is it Deep Woods, Off, or Cutter?" So regardless of your choice of brands, I want you all to know that the Corpus Christi Vector Control is working around the clock, and we will get them all. I would like to thank John LaRue, Christy Toupee, and the United Chamber of Corpus Christi, the entire American Bank Center staff, from the Operations Department, Food and Beverage Department, and the Tech Department. Thank you for your hard work and long hours that you've spent on this event. I would also like to give a special thanks to the City of Corpus Christi multimedia team, and to Zarin Gonzalez with Mystic Entertainment Productions and his team. Next, I would like to recognize my parents, Juan and Magdalena Rodriguez, my sisters, Amy and Jessica, and my devoted husband, Victor Guajardo. Thank you. It is my honor to stand before my family and before you, the people of Corpus Christi, at my very first State of the City address. I welcome you all with the hope and promise of a new era of prosperity that our council is ushering in. I would like to begin by recognizing your city councilmen who work every day to serve our city. It is my honor to serve with each one of you. And council members, would you please rise to be recognized as I call your name, and we'll hold the applause until the end. Councilman Greg Smith, Michael Hunter, John Martinez, Gil Hernandez, stay standing please, Mike Pusley, Ben Molina, Roland Barrera, and Billy Lerma. We thank you for your dedicated service. City Manager Peter Zanoni, would you please rise to be acknowledged? And to our hardworking city manager, his executive team, our department heads, and our outstanding team of 3,000 dedicated city employees, thank you for the hard work that you do to greater serve our residents every single day. As your mayor, my greatest promise to you is to work extraordinarily hard to provide oversight of our city's billion-dollar budget and the vision to usher in a new era of economic prosperity for our residents. And together with your city council, city manager, and our team, we are doing just that. Now I'd like to share a short video with you that demonstrates our teamwork and dedication.
There's so many reasons that Corpus Christi is a great place to live. It's the water, it's the people, it's the climate.
I love Corpus Christi because this is where I was born and raised and where my family calls home.
My family lives here, my parents lived here, my grandparents lived here. It's important for all of us to give back to this community that has provided so many opportunities for us.
The people here, they're loving, they're giving, they're quick to help when people need it.
Corpus Christi is a great place to live because anywhere you go in the world, it'll be difficult to find natural beauty like we have here, attractions like we have here.
Got the museums. We have from Mandeville, Calallen. There's areas out there all the way to downtown. We got great restaurants, great entertainment.
I love Corpus Christi because although we're a large town, we still have a small town feeling, and it's a great place to raise a family.
Well, what I look forward to the most within City Council is specifically doing the work that we need to do to make this a professional city. You know, it's important that we have all the things in place to make sure we take care of our streets, that we maintain our infrastructure, and have that strong preventive maintenance and asset lifecycle management program.
And whether you're in District 1, District 2, 3, 4, or 5, everything we do has an impact on the entire region.
You have to be united to work towards progress. We must work together as a city and a county to be able to progress our city.
You know, we've gotten a lot done, but there's still a lot that we have to do. And only by working together will we be able to see these things come to fruition. Working with the council and with the community, together we can really move Corpus Christi forward.
Any city that moves forward works together with its citizens, with the other agencies. That is the key success for a community going forward, is working together with all of us.
The only way that we're gonna make Corpus Christi what we all want it to be is if we lock arms and keep looking forward and keep moving forward.
You have a council that gets along, works together, all has the same goal of wanting to move us forward. I'm so proud of the team that I'm leading, so proud.
That we're becoming more and more of a professional organization. You know, with all the growth, there's lots of things that I believe that we're going to be in a better position, you know, 5, 10, 15 years from now than we are today.
My message of hope for the community is for us to recognize the changes in the landscape of downtown, the infrastructure, potential new projects that are coming to our city that could really help move us forward in the future.
COVID-19 and the winter storm both showed how important it is for the community to come together, how for the city to reach out for those that really need the help. I can't tell you how much I appreciate our city staff working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The community came together, the city came together, industry came together to help the entire city of Corpus Christi to be able to get out of these areas.
I'm so very proud of our city government for the hard work that they put in to make sure they were providing the services that everyone here in this city needed.
Well, I'm looking forward to what we can do together as a city and as a council.
Corpus Christi is the regional economic engine. We're in not only Nueces County, but we're in Clayburgh County, we're in San Patricio County, and all the hard work we've done to make sure that we've got the infrastructure for expansion. 10 years from now, this place is going to be completely different, but it's still going to be home. It's still going to be Corpus Christi.
Your city council is moving this city forward in a unified direction, and I am so excited and so blessed to be a part of this team.
Wow. That was a beautiful display of teamwork and the team that you have working for you. Moving on in budget and finance, we've made Corpus Christi history with no city property tax increase during a worldwide pandemic. And when other American cities have struggled, the city of Corpus Christi, for the very first time, developed a robust $1.1 billion budget in fiscal year 2020 and a $1 billion budget in fiscal year 2021. Again, all of this with no city property tax increase and no fee or rate adjustments to water, wastewater, stormwater, gas, or solid waste. In fact, in the general fund, our balance increased for fiscal year 2020 in the middle of the pandemic when other Texas cities lost millions of dollars in general fund revenue. We challenged staff to cut waste and bring operational efficiencies to provide critical city service delivery in-house, therefore eliminating costly contracts. But what is most remarkable in our economy is that our city's credit ratings have been upgraded by all 3 major credit rating agencies. And for fiscal year 2020's comprehensive annual report by external auditors, the auditors issued an unmodified opinion, which is the highest audit opinion possible. In addition, the city achieved $57.1 million in interest cost savings for the taxpayer by refinancing our city utility revenue and general obligation bonds. Today, I stand before you to report that the state of the city of Corpus Christi's budget and finance is strong. And all of this has been accomplished by the unity and the teamwork that guides us in our service to you. We take this responsibility with great pride, and I want you to know that at the City of Corpus Christi, we work to foster the values of faith and family. And we believe that service to one's country and community is what makes our beautiful military city great. Corpus Christi is taking its place among the great cities of Texas with our breathtaking bayfront and beaches and our extraordinary natural resources. We are working to build our economy because we know that and understand that fixing our streets is paramount to our success. And it is the question our residents ask about most. For many years, our cities and street infrastructure were not maintained properly. As a result, we have a lot of catching up to do on repairing streets and infrastructure. But this is a very large project that will take us many years. But I want you to know that your council is providing oversight of our street repair. We have allocated over $200 million in the last 2 years for street maintenance and reconstruction. Our team has developed the city's first 5-year rolling infrastructure management program that has been adopted by council. This year alone, street rehabilitation is occurring on 148 city residential streets, collectors, and arterial roadways citywide, and over 113 lane miles of streets are planned to be maintained and repaired. In April of 2020, we established the in-house street rehabilitation program. Beginning fiscal year of 2021 to date, in-house crews constructed 55 lane miles of street rehabilitation projects. A total of 24 projects are under construction. 11 are in design, and 14 are scheduled. And with the recent rains, we've also had many more requests relating to filling potholes. Our city crews are moving forward an aggressive pothole repair program. Crews have been assigned to work extended hours 6 days a week to fulfill all pothole requests. We've also held an aggressive pothole blitz event, which produced 6,800 potholes filled in just a 3-week period. In 2020, 160,000 potholes were filled, and thus far this year, we have filled almost 100,000 potholes. An insignificant street repair, yes, it does deserve an applause. In significant street repair, the rehabilitation of our signature Ocean Drive from IH-37 to Ennis-Jocelyn, a 14-mile, $12.8 million project, is moving forward. The last time a major reconstruction took place on Ocean Drive was nearly 50 years ago. And major pond projects have been successfully completed as well, including Rodfield Road, an important project that Councilman Gil Hernandez has worked to oversee, Everhart Road and Corona Drive, Morgan Street, Staples Street at Ray High School, Slough Road, as well as Frio and Dorado Streets in the Los Encinos school area. Construction has begun on the island's Park Road 22 bridge. This project is a huge leap forward in connectivity, and we are exceptionally proud to see it come to fruition. Since 2016, Councilman Greg Smith and I have worked on this groundbreaking project to connect the island like never before, and we appreciate the council's unanimous support to make this happen. And speaking of community investment, Bond 2020 is a $75 million bond program with 42 significant infrastructure projects. Public confidence in our city has grown, resulting in all 3 of those bond propositions passing with over a 70% voter approval. And as we know, our city, like so many cities across the nation, is facing drainage issues in many parts of town. As a result, a comprehensive drainage plan must be undertaken. Council has directed staff to come up with such solutions citywide, and we plan on keeping you informed of that progress. We are also advancing the revitalization of North Beach with the exploration of a drainage solution. Councilman Billy Lerma is passionate about this project and is a catalyst of positive strides for his district. I'm also excited to share that the city has created and implemented a street sweeping program for the first time in our history, which includes 3,728 miles of arterial and collector streets being swept 4 times a year. Residential streets will be swept twice a year for a total of almost 3,000 miles. Your downtown, uptown, and North Beach area streets will be swept 3 times a week for a total of 13,000 miles. And over the past 2 years, our city manager has led the hiring and the restructuring of our city departments. He's worked for our city tirelessly throughout the COVID-19 pandemic and ensuring that we have a high level of team, that they are all performing on an excellent level. He is worthy and deserving of special recognition today. So I want to thank you, Peter, and your staff for the outstanding, yes, please. Thank you for the outstanding and the exemplary service during what has been unprecedented times in public health. It is through teamwork that we are able to achieve this success. For Corpus Christi, building our economy, providing good jobs, and supporting our small businesses is paramount to our community's success. The City of Corpus Christi is the major stakeholder of the CCREDC, or the Corpus Christi Regional Economic Development Corporation. And I am very proud to serve on this board, which oversees economic development throughout the region. Our CCREDC has announced $1.9 billion in new investment projects with over 1,000 new jobs and wages per year. This is a game changer. This is a game changer in our economic development and the result of incentives that we offer. And at the conclusion of our individual agreements, major projects, including Cheniere, Fostalpina, and Gulf Coast Growth Ventures will enter the City of Corpus Christi's industrial district, therefore paying taxes to the city. This long-term economic development partnership strategy and its direct results will yield the city $147.8 million in net property tax revenues over 10 years and over $800 million over 20 years. It's huge. Also part of this economic development effort was welcoming Shit Audio, a high-end audio equipment company who expanded their operations into Corpus Christi from California. This aligns precisely with Councilman Michael Hunter's long-term vision for Corpus Christi to become a hub for tech jobs. Michael, our tech partnership with the CCREDC will provide even greater opportunities for our future, and we thank you for your leadership. On that same note of economic prosperity, our Type A projects from the Corpus Christi Business and Job Development Corporation will yield $24.8 million over the next 10 years. Regionally, the great jobs continuing to be created by Steel Dynamics is further diversification of our economy. On Tuesday, I had an important call, very important call, directly with Governor Greg Abbott to form a greater collaboration with our governor to bring jobs to our city. And I am very happy to reaffirm that our governor believes in the future of our region and is a committed partner in building our economy. The City of Corpus Christi was also a key stakeholder in the Coastal Bend Business Resources Working Group. a collaboration of regional allies across multiple counties that worked to assess COVID-19's economic impact on the business community. Regional cooperation is critical, and we appreciate the important working relationships that we have with our neighbors, some of whom are joining us today, because we recognize that their success is our success. The state of our regional partnership is strong. For the city of Corpus Christi, growing our downtown and restoring our marina are important priorities. Weekly planning meetings are conducted with our Downtown Management Executive Director, Alyssa Barrera Mason. You may have heard also that your City Council is making a monumental investment in our marina, $20 million to replace more than 200 boat slips. This economic investment, combined with a $1 million project to clean and repair our seawall, will serve to promote new economic growth in our city's downtown area. For far too long, our marina and seawall were not cleaned or maintained, and that, ladies and gentlemen, ends now. Another noteworthy investment to mention is that the city recently accepted nearly $70 million from the American Rescue Plan Act that will be allocated for infrastructure. Councilman John Martinez has been at the forefront of that discussion on improving and upgrading our infrastructure, and we appreciate his attention to the citywide improvements needed. The city will be undertaking important projects such as $30 million for a city waterline replacement, $18.4 million in wastewater lift station upgrades, and $10 million in stormwater improvements. In addition, we will allocate $5 million for North Beach drainage improvements, $3 million for the construction of Fire Station Number 3, and $100,000 for a downtown outdoor dining initiative. Thank you. With these investments, we will propel our community success and leap forward the progress our residents deserve. But prioritizing growth for American cities starts with sound planning. Our City Council and City Manager have moved forward comprehensive planning citywide. Today, we have 8 area development and vision plans that are in various stages of completion or in progress. These plans will help guide us in efficiently expanding and improving all areas of town, including West Side, Bay Side, downtown gateways, uptown corridors, Padre Mustang Island, Northwest Boulevard corridor, and Flower Bluff. Go Hornets. We also have a Harbor Bridge Parks development plan in which the city will begin developing plans for parks located at Dr. H.J. Williams Park in Hillcrest, T.C. Ayers, Washington Coles Elementary Site, and Ben Garza Park, all impacted by the Harbor Bridge project. This will include future trails as part of the 4-party agreement with TxDOT. All of these plans will set the groundwork for sound economic growth and responsible development in this next era of prosperity for Corpus Christi. We have some exciting news from Visit Corpus Christi. Our marketing strategy set forth early in the year has put us on pace to break all-time visitation records, including overnight visitors and overall visitors, helping us position ourselves as the Gulf Coast capital, which you will be hearing a lot more of here in the near future. Critical to our future is how our city led the strategic direction of our growth through our water supply and water resources. This has been a high priority for our City Council. Councilman Mike Pusley has come in with a strong focus on water and is working hard to assist our council in the creation of a new and dependable water source. And I am proud to announce that after a nationwide recruitment effort, The city successfully hired a water utilities chief operations officer in Michael Murphy. He will provide leadership to oversee the operation, planning, delivery, and continuous improvement of water utilities, including the department's efforts towards seawater desalination. Already, we have made major upgrades at a number of our water treatment plants, including the Owen Stevens, Oso, and the Whitecap water treatment plants. And the city of Corpus Christi is the water supplier for the region, and the development of a long-time, uninterruptible water source is vital for our growth. Currently, we continue to undertake our due diligence on desalination. In April, we had a council forum featuring local, state, national, and worldwide experts on water resources, environmentalism, and seawater desalination. Our city council had a follow-up workshop and directed city staff to keep the dialogue open and answer any questions of our constituents. We understand that a desalination project is the single largest investment that we are considering as a community to secure our water source, and we are undertaking this project judiciously. Along with planning for our growth, our city council is moving forward with master planning in the gathering stage for our future water system, wastewater system, roadway network, and the stormwater system through the study of user impact fees. Our Department of Development Services is now actively engaged in the public input process. We will listen to our residents and determine the best next course for growing our economy responsibly. Lastly, and critical to our growth, is the development of our airport. It is important to note that our Corpus Christi International Airport is entirely under the purview of the city, and all aviation economic development efforts go through your city council and our city team. Councilman Greg Smith has been a leader in our efforts to build our airport, and I thank him. To vault forward those efforts, the city created a multifaceted air service development plan. We are actively pursuing an ultra-low cost carrier, international service, cargo service, and VIP service on a smaller aircraft. Regular meetings are held with big and small airlines to pursue each of these opportunities. Atlantic Aviation, one of the largest fixed-based operator agreement companies in the industry, is operating on the west side of our airfield, and we plan to issue a request for proposal for a second FBO for the east side of the airfield once hangar number 1 has been demolished. And some good news for you frequent flyers out there. Our TSA checkpoint was recently upgraded to the newest available technology that allows bags to be screened without removing laptops and liquids. Terminal, yes, excuse me. Terminal renovations are in full swing, kicking off with the replacement of all 5 jet bridges in the concourse at a cost of approximately $5.5 million. Future projects are programmed through the FAA for 90% federal funding, and our current projects total about $20 million and impact all aspects of the terminal. Ladies and gentlemen, these are historic times, as our airport has never seen such an investment or expansion. And through all of these efforts, we are propelling our city's economic growth. The state of our city's efforts in economic growth is stronger than ever. And now we will pause for another short video.
One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to is the revitalization and reimagination of our marina and T-heads. That's special to me and many residents of this city because of what it represented before and I think what it can be.
The goal is to replace the old wood floating structure docks with a concrete structure that will be able to handle storms much better as well as last a lot longer. These are expected to have a life expectancy of about 40 to 50 years versus 25 years with the wood structure.
The last decade has been absolutely phenomenal for the Corpus Christi region. We've seen more than $52 billion worth of investment in this area from the private sector. The Steel Dynamics project is building out very nicely. At the end of the day, we should see as many as 12 companies on that campus, $3 billion worth of investment, and potentially as many as 3,000 jobs. And the importance of that is the city of Corpus Christi helped us pull that deal together with the water from the Mary Roads pipeline, and it's already having a massive effect on the housing market in this area, especially the Cal Allen area, which is just on fire right now as those people are moving into this market and taking those jobs.
We're seeing a lot of people that are coming here from California, from Austin, Texas, from around the state, really. We know that as we, working with the mayor and city council, secure water, having a drought-proof water source, that's only going to guarantee that our community will continue to grow.
Being born and raised on the south side of Corpus, I've seen the growth and development of this area. You know, it's really booming out here, and I wanted to continue to add to that growth and give the newer people in newer areas out here something great to enjoy.
We're very excited for the future as we add those high-paying jobs coming into technology sectors, advanced manufacturing, and that's where we see the future.
Very exciting times. Thank you. During this last year, you've heard me speak a great deal about public safety being my top priority. In my service to you, I firmly believe that keeping our residents safe is my most important work. For more than 4.5 years, I have had a critical focus on hiring more police officers. And this is an endeavor that the entire council joins me in supporting. In Corpus Christi, we back the blue. This year, we will be hiring more police officers than ever before. For many years, our city did not hire police officers to keep up with attrition. But under my leadership, this will never happen again. We will hire more police officers to keep our community safe. This year, we also saw the retirement of our beloved Police Chief Mike Markle, who is here with us today. Chief, we thank you for your 31 great years of service to this city. And as a result, a local and national recruitment for the police chief is ongoing, and finalists will be interviewed by 4 different panels that include community stakeholders. Strong candidates will be vetted through the interview process, and a live feed will be provided for community members to participate. We also thank Assistant Chief Blackman for his service as our interim police chief. Thank you. Together, we will continue to strengthen our public safety efforts. Beginning in January of 2021, and at the onset of the COVID-19 vaccination effort, as the Emergency Management Director for the City of Corpus Christi, I partnered with the Corpus Christi Fire Department to implement the Save Our Seniors, or SOS program, for homebound senior citizens and the disabled. We are extremely proud to have had Governor Greg Abbott visit our city to announce that he would adopt our Corpus Christi program across the state of Texas. Corpus Christi led the state and was featured nationally through our innovation in vaccinating our seniors in their own homes. Over 3,200 homebound seniors were vaccinated through the SOS program. We are proud of our hero firefighters, led by Chief Rocha, who answered the call to duty to save our seniors from the life-threatening effects of COVID-19. So if you are a member of the Corpus Christi Fire Department, will you please rise and allow us to give you the round of applause that you deserve? And Chief Rocha, we are all pleased that this year we will see improvements in our fire department, especially in Fire Station 3, that will be demolished and rebuilt. The site has been secured and funding streams identified. Fire Station number 3 is the 6th busiest station in the United States, with over 11,000 calls for service a year. I thank you, Councilman Ben Molina, for your dedication to the needs of your district in making this happen. June also marked the beginning of hurricane season. The city is undertaking proactive hurricane preparedness as part of public safety. 12,000 sandbags have already been distributed in partnership with our military volunteers from NAS Corpus Christi. We thank our military volunteers for their assistance. And we are also currently engaging in community hurricane education with our #BeReadyCC campaign. And please know that the Mayor's Disaster Relief Fund has been officially formed in the unfortunate event of a disaster. Our emergency operations are being strengthened to better serve you and protect our families. Now we will pause for one quick video on public safety.
What I love about Corpus Christi is it's a growing city, but it has a small town feel. It's a great place to live and to raise a family.
It's all about the people. The people are wonderful here. Also, proximity to the Gulf of Mexico, the water.
We're actually getting ready to start a new academy, which is going to have 50 officers. It will be the largest academy that Corpus Christi has put out to date. This academy is actually going to have 12 female police officers in it. We're very excited about it.
The fire department was very instrumental in the Save Our Seniors program, SOS. And what that program did was it allowed firefighter paramedics working together with our parks department, Meals on Wheels, senior centers, to deliver vaccinations to homebound seniors. The program was so successful that the governor came down to visit Corpus Christi and announced that the state of Texas was adopting the Corpus Christi model of the Save Our Seniors program.
We're leading the nation in de-escalation training, and we have a new simulator that will allow officers to actually put themselves in virtual situations to prepare themselves for these very volatile situations and reduce our risk of having to have deadly encounters with citizens.
Well, we've hired 25 new fire cadets in the last year. For the first time in more than a decade, the Corpus Christi Fire Department will achieve full staffing. Earlier this year, the fire department took delivery of an ambulance. It's the 16th such type of vehicle in the state of Texas. What it's designed for the transport of medically necessary transport from natural disasters, but also can be deployed throughout the state in preparation for hurricane response.
For the future of the department, I think our plans to build a new training academy. The department has never had a new training academy. This one is going to be state-of-the-art. The city council and the city manager have committed to this academy facility, and it will allow us to grow our academy sizes and actually host training for other departments around the state.
I just think the city's headed in the right direction. It really is moving forward in terms of the capital projects that are taking place, the investment made in public safety, the improvements on the fire department. I think the future is bright for the city.
That was wonderful. You guys are heroes, always. COVID-19 brought an enormous challenge, and the city undertook a great emphasis on public health. During the pandemic, no entity worked harder to keep our residents safe from COVID-19 than our city-county health district, whose funding majority comes from the city of Corpus Christi. Our health district is a state-recognized regional hub for COVID-19 vaccinations, and together with vaccine providers provided 292,000 combined vaccinations, resulting in over 146,000 fully vaccinated people in our area. We also applied for and received over $18 million of state grant funding for continual support of COVID-19 vaccination operations. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the city also moved forward initiatives to our residents. As a previous small business owner, helping our small businesses during this time was critical. As a result, I initiated the Small Business Pandemic Relief Fund. 180 small businesses were granted a $500 credit on their city utility bills. We also partnered with the United Way of the Coastal Bend to offer 32 nonprofit organizations assistance grants totaling $475,000. Understanding that our small businesses were in greater need, and with the foresight of Councilman Roland Barrera, the city partnered with the Lift Fund to offer small businesses 150 loans, totaling over $2.9 million issued. The city offered businesses a one-time grant equal to their monthly loan payment for a total grant award of $570,000. And I want to thank Councilman Roland Barrera for his advocacy for small businesses. Understanding that many of our school-aged children were struggling during this time, I moved forward Connect Our Kids in partnership with local school districts, working to bridge the digital divide during the pandemic, because every child deserves access to education. This was not possible without the steadfast support of my colleagues. Utilizing $900,000 of our city's CARES Act funds, we were able to leverage the Texas Education Agency matching funds, which resulted in $3.7 million invested in digitally connecting our kids to education. Truly, at the greatest moment when our most vulnerable children needed our assistance, our city stood up to support them and their future. And part of keeping our community's education, health, and wellness is in the development of our city parks. As many of you know, our city parks also suffered from a lack of regular maintenance and upgrades and have been sorely needed. All of this is now being undertaken in a systematic fashion. An exciting new development for our city is in the new and improved Cole Park Pier, a bond project that is under construction, on time, and on budget. And we will see the opening of this iconic city amenity in early fall. Another exciting development for the city is that we no longer have community pool fees. You are all invited to enjoy our free city pools, and I would also like to highlight our splash pads. In the last 2 years, Parks and Recreation has added 3 splash pads across the city at Lindale, Salinas, and Bill Witt's Park. We also restored the iconic Bayfront Park splash fountain and kiosk. To further our community pride, we are placing an emphasis on beautification. Your City Council recently approved a maintenance contract that focuses on manicuring and increasing the mowing cycles in the city's highest visibility areas. In addition to landscaping, the city worked hard to address foliage and palm trees that were destroyed by the ice storm. As a result of our efforts, we were able to trim and repair over 744 trees and replace 139,000 decorative plants across the city. The Mayor's Disaster Relief Fund has also secured private funding to assist in the rebuilding of our community gardens. And in other improvements this year, the city finished facility renovations and improvements made to senior centers, and a $2 million park renovation project at Surfside Park on North Beach. We've also invested $1 million in a project to renovate the walking path, install new exercise equipment, and improve irrigation system at Salinas Park. The city installed new playground equipment and shade structures across 20 parks, and Bill Witt Park is undergoing its first master plan ever. And in Heritage Park, new porches were installed at the Galvan and Grande Grossman houses. This action is in keeping with the city's commitment to remain good stewards of our community's most historical assets. And now we will pause for one last short video.
The We Run This City 5K runs take place every month, once a month, towards the end of the month. And we bring it all together. We've had over 200 people attend each one so far. We go to a different district every single month so that we are inclusive of everyone. And so we're very excited to continue these throughout the year.
So Safe Unfit was born out of the COVID pandemic where people were secluded to their homes, right? We're encouraging people to stay home. But we recognize that we need to get out there and stay active as well. Doctors recommended that as long as we go outside and have distance between us, we could do those types of things. We could have physical activity and fitness. And so we picked Saturday as a day where the community could come out down to the Bayfront and have free classes and exercise. The community really loves this event that takes place Saturday. It's free. We have been doing this for about 45 Saturdays now. Over the past year or so. We've had about 4,500 participants, and we did this through the COVID pandemic, but we're continuing it through the seasons as people really enjoy it.
So a year ago, March of 2020, actually a year and a half ago, when we first started this pandemic, we didn't know a lot about COVID-19, about the virus, how it was transmitted from person to person. So we've learned a lot in the last year and a half. I think one of the most exciting parts of the learning has been that we actually have treatment for people that end up hospitalized for COVID-19. And more importantly, we have vaccines.
Yes, well, working with Mayor Guajardo and the City Council and the staff professional team, we have worked through numerous crises in the past 2 years, whether or not it's Hurricane Hannah, the COVID pandemic, the extreme weather event that took place in February, or even last week's heavy rain event. In all those cases, working collectively as a team for the betterment of our community is something we've been focused on.
We are here to help people stay healthy. To those that have diabetes or other diseases, we help them with healthy diets and education so that they can have better lives. We are facing incredible new times for the food bank. We are going to build a 100,000 square foot warehouse, and we are going to be able to face any storm that comes our way. The mayors in the city are behind our project. She has created a task force for the food bank, and they are behind our efforts. We are very invested in our community's good health and the people that need assistance.
We've sacrificed our time, we've put other people first, and we've been strategic in how we approach these crises. And in the end, we're a better community for it.
And we welcome you all to join us on any Saturday or monthly to come run with me. Moving on, for our public library system, we are increasing services and programming to benefit our residents, starting with the modernization of La Retama Central Library, where we have invested $1.8 million on needed repairs. We are undertaking a transformation of the library where we are rehabilitating, beautifying, and redesigning our central library to maximize its utilization. We are also assessing our capital improvement needs of all branch libraries. This past April, we launched a new department, the Neighborhood Services Department. The purpose is to collate community-related divisions under one department and assist neighborhoods with access to city services. And at our animal care services, we are building a culture of compassion through our community-based programs, such as our foster program and free microchipping. We are working to improve the quality of life for both pets and owners. Our adoption numbers are rising, and I would like to invite you all to adopt or foster a pet and experience the endless joy that my own family has with our dogs, Taco and JJ. So. The city's also brought back a very popular service known as the litter critter. The litter critter, I must say, it derived or was born in Flower Bluff in the island, I believe, one of the two. But it is a community cleanup endeavor which aims to increase litter and solid waste cleanup efforts around the city. Subsequent events will be on the first Saturday of each month. And this project in particular is my promise in action to you. Also essential for our future is recognizing where we can make improvements. City Council has challenged our staff to find compassionate solutions for our homeless population, collaborating with nonprofit service providers, and identifying best national practices. Equally important, we must do more to build affordable and workforce housing, which is why last month we revised our city infill housing program. Staff is utilizing federal community development block grant dollars to incentivize private developers to partner with us in this endeavor. And in addition, a portion of the funding will assist home buyers with down payment assistance. Private investments will also revitalize our community's low-income areas, reduce blight, and promote economic activity across the city. Our city team, led by City Manager Peter Zanoni, is always seeking continuous improvements. Our City Council welcomes your feedback, as community input is paramount to our success in serving you. This year, we will have unprecedented opportunities for our residents to provide input on city services. Just this week, I launched a listening tour, Conversations with the Mayor, which consists of a series of community meetings citywide featuring your City Council members. We want to hear from you directly because your voice matters. And lastly, residents now have an opportunity to sign up online more than 24 hours in advance of a council meeting to participate in your city government by way of public comment. It is an extraordinary honor as the daughter and sister of military veterans to serve as your 58th mayor. Corpus Christi is a city founded on faith and family with a rich culture of community. We work to build our prosperity for our children while keeping taxes low, and we will always take care of our senior citizens whose shoulders we stand on. During the Texas winter storm Uri, my faith in our humanity was redoubled when, as a new mayor, I made a simple call for neighbors to assist neighbors. My heart was filled with greatness of our city, that in our time of need, neighbors helped neighbors, rising to the challenge to help one another. Corpus Christi has withstood the greatest of storms, the greatest of challenges, and today there is tremendous hope for our future. Corpus Christi, I am here to tell you unequivocally that the state of our city is stronger than ever before. And with your help, together we are ushering in a new and unprecedented era of prosperity, because it is our time and it is a new day, and we have only just begun. So God bless you, and may God bless the city of Corpus Christi. Thank you. Thank you.